Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Erica L. Coleman. Happy MLK Day holiday weekend. It is January the 15th, 2023, the official birthday of Dr. King. And, of course, this weekend and, tomorrow will be the official commemoration of a great man who did so much for this country and for the world. But I also want to give a shout out to the thousands of people who were also a part of this movement. You cannot reduce the civil rights movement to one person, and that's not to reduce the contributions that Dr. King made, but it is to acknowledge that he had so much help um, that is often has often gone, unrecognized. And so I want to recognize all of the thousands of people from all walks of life who got out there and were on the front lines and continue to be on the front lines of the struggle for not just Black freedom, but for freedom, period, for dismantling systems of oppression of all kinds. I want to talk today specifically about this issue of MLK Day as a day of service. And there's an article that's trending on medium.com, and I publish on medium.com. And the headline read, MLK Day is not a day off. And what this person is arguing is that, instead of you staying home, being a couch potato, binging on your favorite Netflix um show, that you should be out there doing engaging in service projects and community projects. And while I think that that's a noble idea and notion, I find it problematic because I find it dogmatic. And I don't do dogma of any kind, okay? But I don't know where and when this idea of MLK Day being a day of service came about. Um, but I think that we need to take a step back and look at this more clearly, because some of us see MLK Day and the weekend as a day of rest, as a time of rest. Um, Black people lead disproportionately in heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. Um, we have mental issues, trauma, PTSD, race based and otherwise. And um, we need to give ourselves permission to rest, to do nothing. And unfortunately, in our culture, this toxic culture of grinding, you know, being productive, persevering, not quitting, um, has been misplaced. And so a lot of us are experiencing burnout because we're not getting the proper rest that we need. And so, while those of you who really feel the need to get out there and engage in service projects this weekend and tomorrow, that's fine. But please do not condemn and judge the people like me who are going to do absolutely nothing. I am so thrilled to read and see how Black women are really leading the charge in this idea of rest, of self-care. And there are three books that I am reading right now. Yes, three. There are three books that I'm reading right now that focuses on the issue of rest. The first one is Tricia Hersey's book, Rest is Resistance. We are so busy that we are not giving ourselves the proper rest, and we're burning out. And, as she says, this is what the powers that be want. Society wants, you know, those in power, they want to burn out people. But we have to learn how to pause, step back, and to get the proper rest that we need. The second book, which I have been, championing as the best book on self-care that I have read so far, that's Octavia Raheem's book, Pause, Rest, Be. And I love her work, and I'm so glad that I'm subscribed to her newsletter. And a couple of weeks ago, she sent out a newsletter that, gave us a front row seat into how she practices rest. And so she produced two schedules. And the first schedule, um, she looks at, how she um, spends the morning and the evening, what she does, how she practices rest in the mornings and in the evenings, which totals 35 minutes. Now, mind you, this particular schedule is based on when she's not in grind mode. Okay, she's not, having to, meet deadlines. She's not in crunch time. So there's 24 hours in the day. You figure out how many minutes that is a day. Okay, you do the math. So she's talking 35 minutes. The second schedule that she shows, this one is double the time. So this is about 70 minutes. The interesting thing is that this is the schedule that she uses. This is the way she practices when she is in crunch time, when she is in grind mode. She has doubled her time. And that is wisdom, because you cannot be productive if you don't have the proper rest. You're going to do subpar work. You're going to be burnt out. And so instead of decreasing that time, wisely, she increases that time. The other book that I'm reading, and I just started this one last night, another one that found me. This is Tracee Stanley's book, Radiant Rest, that deals with the issue of what she calls conscious sleep. And I love the subtitle because it's Radiant Rest for deep relaxation and awakened clarity. People, you cannot be woke if you haven't gotten enough sleep. Sleep deprivation wreaks havoc on the body and the mind. And we in this society are so burnt out. I mean, we are the people, we vacation less than any people in the so-called developed world. Americans do. And, so many of us end up n- going on vacation and then needing a vacation from a vacation because we don't know how to slow down and we don't know how to rest and we don't know how to stop. And so this weekend, I have chosen, and many of us have chosen, to just stop and to give ourselves permission to rest. So this weekend, I have hardly done anything. I've done a couple of things around the house, but that's just about it, and not much. And tomorrow, I'm going to be doing nothing. MLK Day for me will be a day off, and it will be for a lot of people. Now, for those of you who want to get out there and do service projects or whatever, that's fine. That's good. But those of us who want to sit and binge watch Netflix, or read or meditate, or whatever we do to relax and unwind, that should be okay too. And it is okay. So let's move away from the dogma and let's do what we believe is in our heart to do. And Let's just love each other and respect each other and engage in service, engage in rest, whatever it is that you plan to do tomorrow for the rest of this weekend. As Tabitha Brown says, that's your business. What I plan to do for the rest of this business, I mean, for the rest of this weekend, is my business. This is Dr. Erica L. Coleman signing off. Have a good rest of and a safe rest of MLK Day holiday weekend. I will see y'all Tuesday when I enter back into the world. But for right now, I'm shutting the world out and I'm chilling. Have a good one.